If you were worried about inflation, here's another event that could cause prices to go up. And what that is the East Coast port strike. First time ever possibly since 1977. We're talking about an association with 85,000 members. The International Longshoremen's Association. This is the North American's largest longshoremen's reunion, about to strike after midnight. Tonight, let me tell you why this is important to you. Here's what they're asking for. Of these 85,000 members, roughly 45,000 of the workers are involved. They're asking for a 77% raise for the next 6 years. This is 36 ports, roughly 43% of all U.S. imports pass through these ports. This is the first time they may be going through a strike since 1977. And they're worried because automation could lead to job reductions by 15% to 30%. And you should know about this. You know why? Here's a number for you. Watch this. Port of New York and New Jersey handles $240 billion of annual goods. A strike just in one of these ports could cost $641 million in one of the ports. The one in Virginia could cost $600 million a day. We're going to talk about that today. If you get value out of this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so why are they doing this? So the East Coast workers are saying, look, why don't you match our salary with the West Coast workers? They work 40 hours a week. You pay them $116,000 a year, but you're paying us only $81,000 a year. We want a raise. So are they asking to match that number? Because that raise would be a 43% raise. But they're not asking for a 43% raise. They're asking for a 77% raise, which would be $143,000. One, unions doing their part. The other is the fact that they're worried automation. 15 to 30% of jobs could be eliminated. So they're doing their part, and union and these guys are going back and forth. And by the way, it's so nasty. Let me read a couple quotes to you here. I think everyone's a bit nervous about it, says Mia Ginter, Director of North American Ocean, shipping for C.H. Robinson, a logistics company. The rhetoric. This time with the ILA is at a level we have never seen before. This is from CBS News. They're nervous. This is legit. Now, how will you be affected by it? Well, let's go through these things. What products will be affected by it? When you look at the top importing companies exposed to this strike, just in the last 12 months, you'd have Walmart, IKEA, Samsung, Bob's Discount Furniture, LG, Home Depot. Look at the list of names. Amazon, General Motors, Michelin. Then if you go to the different ports, this one's New York and New Jersey, GM, Globus, LG, Samsung. Again, Heineken, Continental Tire, Volkswagen, IKEA. You see the names. You may shop at these places. The one in Virginia, Walmart. IKEA, QVC, you got Ace Hardware, Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, Home Depot. These are things you and I buy. This is the one at Savannah. Savannah, you'll see again. Walmart, you'll see again. Hyundai, a lot of the similar names. Now, product-wise, what will be affected? What's going to go up if these guys continue? So in a couple of these places, when we look at this, perishable items at risk. Bananas. 25% of the nation's bananas move through ports. That could go on strike. 25% of the bananas, cherries, other perishable fruits transported affected through these ports. Imported alcohol, wine, beer, hard liquor, raw materials, cocoa, sugar, non-perishable items, furniture, appliances. Port of Baltimore handles the large volume of auto imports in the U.S., a critical point for the auto industry. Exemptions and exceptions are military cargo. The union has pledged to continue handling military shipments even during the strike. All right, while this is going on, Pete Buttigieg and Julie Su have urged negotiations. But Biden, Kamala Harris administration has ruled out invoking the Taft-Hartley Act, which is from the 40s. You know what that is? That's when the union, they're like, hey, you're trying to take advantage of these companies and the employers. You're forcing employers, put them in a bad situation. You guys better come back to work or else you lose your benefits. They're not going to want to do that right now. You know why? Because of a couple things. One, what has been the economy dealing with the last 2 years? That a guy named Jerome Powell just lowered the rates by half a basis point a week and a half ago. And if we're talking about just one of the ports, 600 million a day, that's the one in Virginia. and the other one is 641 million a day. Just the two of them together is 1.2 billion a day. That's 2 out of 36 ports. Roughly $42 billion, not including the other 34. You think a Harris-Biden administration wants to deal with that? Because Trump is a guy that capitalizes off his opportunities. Guess what he's going to be saying tomorrow? If I was president, this would have never happened to you. I cannot believe the union didn't take care of you. Horrible timing, but even a worse timing for the consumer, which is you, which that's what you care about, how this is going to affect your pocketbook. If you got value out of this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.